In this video, I'm going to talk about loneliness, experiencing loneliness, and how to deal with loneliness while you're self-actualizing, while you're trying to reach nirvana, trying to become more conscious, more enlightened. But before I do that, if you have not subscribed and by a stroke of good fortune you are watching this video, yes, a stroke of good fortune, because this is a pretty badass cool channel, okay? If you have not subscribed, it's very simple. You just gotta scroll down a little bit, hit subscribe, scroll up again, okay? So please do that, I appreciate it. If you're already subscribed, beside the subscribe button where it says subscribe, there's a notification bell. And I'm going to say this forever and ever and ever. Guys, please, if you are already subscribed, just hit the notification button. I can hear some of you guys saying, okay, like, are you gonna fucking say this beginning of every video? Yes, I will. Because I'm continuously getting new subscribers and I'd like to let them know that it helps the channel when you hit the notification button and you'll be notified. So every time I upload, you get a notification. And you'd be helping out this channel as well, okay? So, loneliness while self-actualizing, while trying to become more conscious. Inevitably, you're going to come to a chapter in your life, a period in your life where you're feeling like, I'm alone, I'm lonely in all of this. Like, you know, feelings of despair will inevitably come crashing down on you. So, a few things I want to discuss here, a few things I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about my experience with this, my own feelings of loneliness, my own feelings of despair, and then I'm going to lead you into the cosmic giggle, and you'll understand what I'm saying when I say the cosmic giggle. So, when I embarked on this journey of self-improvement, now mind you, by the very virtue of you being a human being, by your soul choosing to incarnate in this physical body, you already embarked on the journey of self-improvement, because this is the game we're playing, the game of consciousness, the game of evolution of consciousness. Now, when I say when I embarked on the journey, this is when I consciously made the conscious choice, probably not so much choice, but I think it's the conscious choice, but let's go with the illusion of free will. Let's just pretend like we have free will. When I embarked on the journey of, or made the conscious decision, I want to improve myself, I want to improve my physical body, my mental body, my emotional body, my spiritual body, when I wanted to improve my existence as a being, when I made the conscious choice, is when I talk about I made the choice to self-improvement. And what happened, what started happening, is I needed to be by myself. I needed to spend a lot of time in solitude. I needed to isolate myself from my friends, from my family, from society in large. And that was very necessary for me to do, because how else am I going to improve myself if I don't go deep inside myself, and if I don't put myself in my own zone? It's not going to happen, because there's far too much energy output coming from other sources that is interfering with what I'm trying to tune into. If I'm trying to tune into a certain frequency, and there's all these frequencies around me and they're influencing me, and I am a human being, therefore my mind is suggestible to suggestions, and I get influenced whether I know it or not, because it's the subconscious. I'm not in control of the subconscious, it's just picking things up. I had to go in solitude, and I spent a great deal of solitude in my apartment, where I started the whole YouTube scene. If you've watched my fitness channel, if you're coming from there and you've watched it from the beginning, you know, I started there, and I spent numerous, vast, dubious amounts of time in solitude in that apartment, reflecting, writing, just meditating, taking cold prolonged 1 hour cold showers back then, you know, just doing all these things by myself. You know, I was feeling better. I was feeling more blissful. I was feeling more joyous, more happy. But on the other end of this were times where I was sitting there crying because I felt like there isn't anybody around me that can understand me. There isn't, it seems like I'm alone in this. I'm doing this alone. You know, I wish I had a community around me that supports me. I wish more people were into this work, you know, and I just kind of cry, right? And I've had these times, man, you know, more than one occasion where I just like in despair spent an hour, 2 hours crying because I felt like I'm alone, I'm lonely. And this continued, you know, I pick myself up again because that's the self-development ethos, is that you pick yourself up again, you don't give up, you keep going. Pick myself up, I would go on, experience joy, experience bliss, self-improvement, but then would have those times where I'd feel down and I'd cry and I'd feel alone and all, I know that feeling, right? It's inevitable because you have to go in, and by going in, you isolate yourself from society. The human in you, mind you, the human in you feels isolated because humans are social creatures. Then I encountered psychedelics, and that completely changed me. That completely awoken the soul in me, the spirit in me. And one trip after another, sometimes by myself, mostly by myself, the ones that really counted, those trips that really counted were trips that I did by myself. Trip after trip, higher dose after higher dose, epiphany after epiphany, all led me to the cosmic giggle. Because I realized that I am alone in this from the start. I am God. I am absolute infinity. I am perfect. I am eternal. I know everything. I am just I am. I am one. But even from the perspective of one, I am. And I got bored. And I felt lonely. See, that was the original. I felt sad. Because I am pure awareness. I am pure perfection. But there's nothing to be aware of. There's nothing to show to how perfect I am. And I'd like to create the illusion of connection, the illusion of the many. I'd like to create the illusion that there is many things and many beings. And so I have created all of this. The universe, the physical universe, the astral universe, the causal plane, the astral plane, all of it, the amusement park. And I've incarnated myself into these little subjective manifestations, and I really just want to experience what it's like to have somebody else to share and be with. But I've been playing this game alone by myself since day one. and that leads you to the cosmic giggle, because you laugh because you deep down you know this to be true. You might have never touched psychedelics, never had some kind of a near-death experience or some crazy meditative experience that led you to this realization, but you know this to be true inside of you. And there's something inside of you when I'm saying all of this that just creeps you out, but deep down you know it's true. So here we are. Here I am, and here you are, and we love each other. And if it wasn't for this illusion of separation, we wouldn't love each other, because there was nobody else to love. And see, I have this inside of me, this desire to, you know, help alleviate the suffering of humanity. And the suffering of the planet, the suffering of other living beings. And you know, if it wasn't for this illusion of separation, I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't have this drive to get up every day and do what I do. It is because of this illusion of separation, you know, the illusion of connection. That is a beautiful illusion, the beautiful dance of life. And that is why all of this exists. Because other than that, you are. I am that I am, right? When Moses talked to God, asked him, what's your name? You know, God's like, I am what I am. I am. And there is just one. There's one of it. There's nothing else. So you're gonna have to face this deep feelings of despair, of your loneliness, of being alone, because you are alone. There's only one of us here. There's only one of us. See, it might look like I'm talking to you and you're listening to me, but there's only one of us. There's only one of us, and it's experiencing itself in time and space, but it's outside of time and space. It's eternal. It is. Just is. Pure aware. It is. It is. It is. It is. You know, it is. It is. It is. The human in you, when the human in you feels lonely and isolated and doesn't have a community, obviously feels despair. The spirit in you just finds it hilarious. The spirit in you finds it hilarious and is like in awe of itself for all of this that it created. It is in awe of itself. That's the spirit in you, the God in you. It's in awe, and so the only reasonable reaction is that of the cosmic giggle, that of just laughter at the magnificence of it all, of creation. And you know, when you look into someone's eyes and you realize, I'm just looking at myself here, and when you look at everything, you're like, I'm just looking at myself. God damn it, I'm a genius. How the hell? I must be really smart. You know, and then you know you're really smart because you just know inside you've created all of this. So hopefully you realize that you're lonely from day one, from the get-go. And that's why you created all of this. Now, it's very important not to push down the humanity and not to push down the loneliness that comes from being isolated as a human, right? I mean, humans are social creatures, we're social animals, and the spirit, the soul wants to experience unity with itself, with all the other manifestations. This is why creation exists. This is a love simulator. It wants to experience the oneness. It wants to experience being everything and everyone. It wants union. So, all of that being said, you've got to be really comfortable with being alone, because that is all there is. You're just one. There's one of you. There's one of us. You know, there's one of us. That's it, really. There's just one of us. But at the same time, to reconcile your humanity and the desire for the soul to evolve, because the soul's ultimate destiny is to become one, to go back to its creator, to go back home. But while it's going back home, it wants to connect with everything. So you recognize and you sort of accept that that is the nature of things. There's only one. There's just one. Alone. Lone. One. Lone. L-O-N-E. One. Then use your incarnation as a human and your soul's desire to evolve to build a community. This is what they call in Buddhism the Sangha. This is what they call in Hinduism the Satsang. And you build a community. You start to build a community around you. And this could be you and a friend. There is a community. You and a brother. You and a sister. You and a mother. You enter a contract with somebody else. And this contract is, let's help each other awaken. Let's help each other remember who we are. Let's help each other evolve. And let's recognize that we're both the same. You enter this contract with one person. You start the community with one person. Just one person. And I'm sure all of us have at least one person that is on the same level, on the same vibe. Because that's the way the game works. You have at least one friend, at least one person in your life. It may not be a family member. I know most of you guys, your family they don't talk about this stuff. They're not into this stuff at all. But each soul has at least one other soul here, right now, around you, that understands you. It's on the same level, playing the same field, right? And you enter a contract with that soul, with that human. Let's help each other awaken. Let's help each other remember who we are. Let's help each other on this journey. And let's just keep reminding one another. Let's be there for each other. And then you start to build that community and build it and build it and build it. And that's kind of what I started doing, because first, the cosmic giggle and the ultimate realization that there's only one of us in drag. There's only one of us experiencing all of this. I came to a peaceful place in my heart where loneliness is what it is. There's one. So actually, there's nothing scary about loneliness, because you are lonely. There's only one of us here. And after this realization and the cosmic joke and laughter that came out of this realization, came this, okay, I'm in this current space-time continuum, I am incarnated as this and that, I'd like to build a community. So I started, I started to spend time with friends. I have many friends who are basically into all of this, and they're into consciousness, and we do consciousness work together. You guys know who you are, God bless you. And I love every single one of you. These are personal friends. And then I obviously started, the YouTube thing, right? I mean, there is what? My other channel's got over 100,000 subscribers. I'm not active on it anymore. But this one here, we've got, at the time of making this video, over 5,000 people. So this is the Sangha, the Satsang, right? The community. And you guys are all watching this video. You're all committed. You have the commitment to advance your soul, advance your consciousness, and come to be lonely, come to be one again, right? Come to be alone again. And that's an ecstatic type of alone, right? That's not the sad, despair one. That's like one. It's beautiful. You're beautiful because you are pure awareness. You're just right? And yeah, I'm really happy. That's why I'm really happy about this channel. I love this channel. I love making these videos. This is like my third video in a row. I've got another one coming in, and I'm just gonna keep getting up and keep doing the same thing because I love this. I love this community. And we've all, by virtue of me making these videos and virtue of you listening, we've all entered this contract. Let's remember who we are and let's help each other on the journey. So, although the ultimate truth is loneliness, oneness, but to get there, the irony and the paradox to get there is we must build these communities and become one and one-on-one. So I just want to appreciate you guys here. If you feel lonely, it's okay. Get through it. Cry. Do what you need to do. Let the emotions out. Feel the pain. And then get to work to build a community. Start building a community. That's honestly, start with yourself and another person in your life and begin to expand the community further and further, and you'll never feel alone again, neither as a human nor as a soul. Okay? So, God bless you. I love every single one of you guys. I honestly love you. I am so grateful that I get to make these videos, that I get to have all of you guys, this channel, getting bigger by day. Really happy, really grateful. Love you guys, and we'll keep doing this together. I'll keep making these videos until this incarnation is over. And then I can go on and see what else I have to do. What's my next round? What's my next spawn? That's it, guys. Make sure to check out my free book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas. It's for free. It's really cool. Will help you with your everyday life. Just 5 powerful habits. It's like 19 pages. You'll find the link for it in the description, or just go 5powerfulhabits.com. Love you guys. But don't forget to subscribe. Okay, right there, right now, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.